Well, hello there. My name is HW, and thank you so much for watching Tone Junkie TV. You know, last week we did a video on the Line 6 Helix LT, and we showed how just in about 20 minutes you could get a great praise and worship sound going. Kind of a go-to rig if you don't know the music on a Sunday, or if you just don't have time to kind of dial it in per song. Today I wanted to show you how easy that is to do on the Kemper. Now, I am a Kemper player myself. I have been for going on about a year now. I ended up playing at a church with a guy who had a Kemper. I dragged in my amp, I put an SM57 in front of it, and it sounded like it always sounds, and then his Kemper sounded like a recording. And I was blown away, and I went and bought one, and I'm using it every Sunday, except for times I'm not trying out other gear, like I've been trying out the Axe effects recently, and also trying out the Line 6 Helix LT, and those are great pieces of gear. But I want to show you how easy it is to treat the Kemper as an all-in-one Sunday unit, and how easy it is to get all the sounds you're going to need in just a few easy steps. Okay, so my signal chain today is just this Sir JM Pro right into the Kemper, nothing else. Okay, so this is what the front of the Kemper looks like, and here's how easy it is. We've obviously got a tuner, browser just for trying different sounds, but we're going to be in performance mode. This is your EQ. This is not so much the amp EQ as I would treat it like the mic EQ. Given the nature of the Kemper, we really can't, with accuracy, believe that this EQ is going to act like the amp's EQ. We can add some brightness and pull back some bass, and we can make some adjustments, but I'm personally a little bit leery of anything above 3 clicks. Here's where the Kemper really comes to life. This is basically your signal chain right here. So we've got input, we've got 4 stomp boxes that you can add in, 4 effects that you can put, any effects you want that's in the Kemper. Then we go into our amplifier section. We're not going to break that down too much, but that's basically the profile we're running. And then you get 4 blocks of effects that you can run afterwards, basically 4 effects. Now, I'm saying, HW, that's labeled X, mod, delay, and reverb. Does that mean that's where I have to put those effects? Absolutely not. You could put 4 reverbs here. You could put 4 delays. You could put 4 modulation effects. You can do whatever you want. The reason those are labeled is because this reverb right here says reverb, and here's our little reverb cheat buttons. We can actually make adjustments to the reverb and the delay right here and the mod block on the fly, kind of as like little quick time-saving knobs. We don't actually have to pull up the effect to do it. And so if I did assign 3 delays here, these would just all control all 3 delays. So really cool. Down here we have our display, and there we go. All right, so I'm in performance mode, and let's jump right in. For this first one, I've got the floor remote on the ground, and I want to show you it's set to number 1. So I'm going to really quickly set which amp I want to number 1 here, and I'm going to scroll through, and I'm going to find this really cool profile I just found. It's available for free. This is the free Mix Berlin AC30, and you've got to check this thing out. It's very cool, and did I mention it's free? Anyway, it sounds like this. Okay, so this is my number 1 sound. I've got it pulled up on the number 1 rig switch right there, right here. And I want to throw some stomp boxes in here. I want to throw some effects in. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to come right over here, and I'm going to go, okay, praise and worship, what am I going to need? Definitely going to need some reverb. Let's see what this thing's got dialed in for reverb right now. So we're on a hall verb, and I can select different reverbs just by scrolling from this menu here. But I've got one pulled up. And let's try this reverb. Let's see what it sounds like. It's praise and worship, so we're going to need a little more reverb than that, that's for sure. Ha ha ha. Okay, anyway. Okay, cool. So that's my reverb sound. Now let's come over here. And now let's say first, I want to assign this. Let's say, man, I want to put this on the floor because I want to be able to control my effects on the floor. Well, that's really easy. You just hold down the reverb button right here on the Kemper face. You come over here, boom. It's assigned. I've got it off now. Now I've got it on. It's that easy. See those see that little 1, 2, 3, and 4 down there on the floor? I'm going to show you that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are our stomp box switches. We can assign any effects we want to that. In fact, we can assign 2 effects to that. So let's say I turn on this delay right here, and I go, what's this delay sound like? Okay. pretty modulated delay there, kind of breaking down, but let's use it. Okay, I'm actually gonna grab that delay, and you know what? I can assign it to the same foot switch. That's right. Each of these 4 stomp box foot switches on the Kemper actually can assign, you can assign up to 2 effects to it. So that's like, I want my dry sound like this. Now I've got my wet sound. Okay, but that's not all. Hey, maybe I'm like, hey, you know what? I like this mod setting, but you know what? Actually, I want another delay there. So I'm actually going to select delay on the Kemper, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go, let's find another delay. I want an analog tape right here. This is going to be my clean sound, by the way. And I'm going to go, you know what? I want a dotted eighth in here. Let's try that out. Here's what that sounds like. So we've got 2 delays and a reverb running right now. All right, it's a little much. It's a little much. I gotta roll this down a little bit. This feedback is a little high, but there you go, man. That's a cool sound. I mean, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, so now let's say, there we go. I want to assign that delay. It's in my mod block. Hey, no problem. I still just hold down the mod block. Boom, I'm going to assign it right there. So now I've got my delay and reverb on one switch, and then I've got a totally another delay on another switch. So that's just how I'm choosing to run it. I could have done, you know, both delays separate, but I'm just not doing that. I just wanted to show you that you can put 2 effects on there at one time. I kind of like this delay setting. I'm gonna have to say this for later. Okay. Anyway, hey, it's not praise and worship unless we have a little overdrive in here from a tube screamer. Let's just use this A block and let's go. Man, I don't want what's in that A block. I want to run over here and I want to grab kind of a green screamy effect. And let's try it out. Let's jump back to green full. Okay, cool. Now let's see these things. Oop, that's a little too much drive. I'm going to pull that back. This is just praise and worship. Calm down, kids. Boom. Now I'm going to assign that to the floor because let's say I'm in song 1 and I'm just jamming away and this is my tune and I'm like... Oh no, it's time for my lead. There we go. I mean, that's a really nice... Right here now, we've already set up a really beautiful clean sound that I can use on a maybe a quiet song or kind of a more intimate song. And then I've got my little lead thing set up here, and I can kind of get rocking if I want it, but I've got delays and reverbs I can turn on and off. And then I can kind of get rocking if I need to. Okay, that's beautiful. Man, that's great. Okay. What about sound number 2? Like HW, we've got 5. Big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the floor. What do these do? Well, I can go back and I can get a whole nother rig going. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to turn off the tube screamer sound because I don't want that to turn on automatically. So what I want to happen now is I'm going to save this. And yep, I want to save it as HWP and W since that's what we're doing. And I have a sound here that I could play a song with. Now, maybe I want something a little harder, a little heavier, or I want the same amp but just a little more out of it. I'm going to come over here and go to sound number 2. So I'm going to jump over. They call it rig number 1, rig number 2. So I'm over here at rig number 2. I want to go find, let's say I want to find that same amp again. Okay, I want to get that same amp. I want to go ahead and turn on some delay and reverb. I'm going to do the same thing there, just like I did before. And I'm going to assign it, and I'm going to assign this one too. Boom. So I've got my delay and reverb. Let's say I want to change the settings on my amp a little bit. I'm just going to jump back here, and let's say I go, man, I really want this thing to be just a little more gained out. Same amp, but I just want a little more push. So I'm just going to come up like 2 clicks on this gain knob. You can do that. I don't go much more than like 1 or 2 clicks. I think it changes the sound of the profile too much. And in that case, I would just suggest another profile that's closer to what you're looking for. But let's just also say I want to jump over here and go, man, I need that tube screamer action back because I just really need that EQ of a tube screamer. Well, then I'm going to jump back here. Boom. Now I'm just going to treat this like the sound of the amplifier. I'm just going to leave this effect on. I'm not even going to assign it because I don't even need it to be foot switchable. Let's say over here, I do want this mod to be foot switchable. What's this? Oh, a tremolo. Here we go. Let's make that foot switchable. And boom, I got that assigned right there. So I'm going to turn on this effect over here. And here we go. So that's my number 2 sound. Maybe I want to put a trem on there. Boom. Can you believe that? I mean, we just dialed in all these sounds. Check this out. Sound number 1. We're going back here. We've got our clean. Got a little lead. I can throw on tube screamer. Beautiful. I can go to my next sound, number 2, and I've got this already kind of gained up thing. Boom. That is awesome. That is cool. That's 2 great killer usable sounds. Oh, and I forgot. I still got this trem here. Beautiful. Okay, but let's say I want to do something else. I've got a really kind of a harder rock song at the end I want to do, or there's just a really, really great sound I want to throw on here. And okay, so let's do it. Let's jump back over into the rigs, and let's go, bam, I need another rig, sound number 3, and I'm going to go, what do I need here? I need an HW favorite. I got to scroll to my favorites because I've got it saved there. What I need here is an orange. I need an orange. I need an orange. I need an orange. So I'm like, man, I got this one song we're doing at the end of service, and like I really need to throw some great like sounds in here, and so I need this really aggressive orange sound. It's got to go like that. cool. Cool. I don't know, maybe some of you are doing this in church. But same thing, man. I'm just going to turn on some of my, like my reverb here. I've just got this simple hall setting. It's not very high. Maybe I don't want a super washed out thing for this. Or maybe I do. Maybe I'm like doing a kind of washed out thing. Love this sound. Woo! Love this orange. Anyway, okay. Okay, I've got my hall verb in there, and maybe I want to definitely assign that. And then maybe, boom, I'm just going to turn this delay on and see what's in there. Dude, that's perfect. I'm going to assign that. Boom, and then I'm going to come over here. What's this? You know, there's a compressor on here. Just to show you, I'm going to put on the compressor. And then, what's this? It's a mouse overdrive. So here's like a rat set super, super light, and it's really just kind of pushing and adding a little bit of its own EQ curve. So check this out. But check this out. Now we've got all this stuff. We've got our clean tone back here. We've got our little clean lead thing we need to do. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go to sound number 2, rig number 2, and I've got my like kind of gained up same amp, same AC30 amp. This is really a great sound. I really love this thing. Oh, that's a great sound. I've got that trem still on it. Then I jump to number 3. I've got this one a little louder. I can pull the channel volume down. Killer sound, and if I want to push that even more, dude, the Kemper is so rock and roll. It is so rock and roll. I get excited playing the Kemper. I really do. I get excited playing the Kemper like I don't get excited playing a lot of gear, and I play a ton of gear. HW loves the Kemper. Put that on a bumper sticker. I might get that on a t-shirt. Man, I love the Kemper. You can totally set this thing up for praise and worship. You totally can. You can get some killer sounds. I didn't even show you the Fender clean stuff. We didn't even do any Michael Britt stuff. I take that away. I take that back. This orange is a Michael Britt profile. Kemper is ace, guys. Kemper is ace. You can do service with just the Kemper. Most of the time, I'm taking my pedal board and I'm going into the Kemper. You can totally do it and get all these great sounds, and it is just beautiful. I mean, don't let anyone tell you that the Kemper is not beautiful, because they are lying.